what you see in me. Don't wanna let you down. Hope you can come around to the you always make it. Better be playing. Thank you for waiting. You always make it. I don't know when you wanna see me go, and I don't think I deserve the front row. Don't wanna let you down. Hope you keep coming around to the you always make it. Better be playing. Thank you for waiting. You always make it. I don't know why you've been so good to me, and I don't see what you see in me. Don't wanna let you down. Hope you keep coming around to the you always make it. Better be playing. Thank you for waiting. You always make it.
You have to sit there, and you're going to be left with, you have to put one knee on the power pole and then stand up, but you're attached to a harness in the back, so you can't, it's hard to do. Most people freak out on that one. And then they turn around, and you see those two drops with the knots on the end?
Yeah.
The kids jump off and have to hit it. So, but it doesn't look like a high height from the ground, but when you get up there, it's literally just enough to put your 2 feet together, enough space to do that. So if you see the staples the way they are, it makes it a real challenge, because you'll have one foot or one knee on the top of the pole and then one foot on the staple, but you're like, well, I can't. You know, and
You got to figure out how you're gonna switch or move, or
yeah, and how you're gonna stand up. So what it usually is that you have to put this one where the foot is, use your hand, and then try to balance and stand up and bring the foot on. But most kids don't like that concept. So I've had adults stay up there for 10 minutes before just saying I'm done. And I've had adults and kids stand up there for 25 minutes on that platform. Again, it doesn't look like a high height from the ground.
well, when you're up there, it's a
But when
different
you're up
story.
there, they have a tendency to go, oh man, I'm in trouble.
So elements are obstacles
Elements are obstacles. So you have,
or adventurous memory-making events
that's right.
that individuals and teams can get on and be challenged by.
Yep, you have the tiki pole right over there. That's an element. It's a lot of fun for kids. They stand up on it. Either you take away their human voice and give them power of only animal voices, and then tell them to get in order from biggest to smallest or smallest to biggest, whatever it is, and they have to maneuver without touching the ground around each other. That's a challenge for them. So imagine being, you're next to your buddy here, and you're side by side, literally physically touching each other. Now you have to go around me.
Around you.
Yeah. Without knocking yourself off or me off, you have to go around me. Because say I'm a dog and you're a chicken, and I'm trying to go in order from largest to smallest.
And can people, like, can you position someone off of the thing to help you around?
No, everybody's on the log.
What?
Yeah, so you have to go around me. So I've seen people literally hang on to each other and go around.
And like do
I've seen some people squat.
and like go
yeah,
over.
but you gotta remember these are kids, so they can go, they're flexible still, so they can squat low. And I'm like, oh, I could never have done that or get up, you know? So then you have to move around the person over and over. So.
Oh my, no, I can't
See?
see that.
I have a lot of
can't
people.
even.
A lot of people do that one. This is the Artisian beams. This is your pit of vulture vomit. I give them about 6 beams, 7 beams, and they have to, all beams have to fit, and they have to make it across over to the other side with all the materials and other people. The trick is, one beam is long enough to fit only that one spot, and that's it. There's no other beam that'll fit. But it also fits that section right over there.
I see. It has notches.
Yeah, notches. So they'll test. The bad part is most of them don't measure the boards beforehand. They just go straight into it. So they'll put the long board right here, and then they'll get to here, and they'll be like, well, okay, no board fits. And they'll go cycle through all the boards.
They got to go back and remove the board.
They'll pick up that board and then put it there, and they'll pick up that board and put it there. They'll go through like 10 different options, and they realize, okay, that's the only one that fits, but they put it there, then they're like, wait a minute, then what goes there? And they're like, oh, okay. And then they finally realize after, this one usually takes 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the cohesiveness of the group and who takes charge and what it is. But throughout the course though, for me, if they drop one of their boards in the vulture vomit, I either can take it away from them, or I take away their power of speech, their sight, a leg, an arm, something of navigation, and have to punish them for their dropping the board.
Of course, taking away their arm is just symbolic. It just
Symbolic,
means that
right?
you just kind of tell them you can't use your arm.
Yeah, I put a bandana around them so they know they can't use it, or their hands so they know they can't.
What's this one called?
The
Wild
woozy.
Woozy.
This is all new. We've had it already, but we put new cables and new anchors on it. It's not as wild woozy anymore. It used to be. Yeah, they tightened it a lot. But you start here. Oh yeah, you can see where they took off the old ones with the news.
Yes.
You start here, and your partner's on the wire, and you're on the wire. Your hands are out. The trick is keep your hands stiff, and then you have to go on the wire, all the way. As far as I've gotten. And this one is, some people call it the meat grinder, some people call it the water wheel. But
Looks like one of those spool of threads.
you have all the kids on this side, they can only touch the green part, but they have to get all their people over without touching the sides. And that's the trick. And they lose on them. So we have a bunch of spotters at the end, and every time a kid gets done, there's a spotter. On the other side.
So spotter is a safety.
It's a safety.
A safety position.
Yep.
Someone
So
makes certain that someone doesn't.
They're here, so in case they fall back, we can break their fall. Same on the other side. When they come over, we can catch them safely. So there's nobody has ever gotten hurt on any of the elements that I've been here in 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 years of running it, and I'm gonna knock on wood. I've never once had an injury. We are extremely safe.
Why is it called a triangle traverse?
Well, because when there's an eye bolt on there, and out comes the rope that we put up there, and the kid has to go on one line just using the rope as their balance on all three angles. It's a lot trickier than it looks because you really outstretch on the rope. So.
Oh, I see the triangle now.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a straight line.
No, it's a triangle. You see that eye bolt right there? Those two. In the tree, I know it's hard to see, but they're there. There's two loops, so you just put a rope there long enough to sort of almost get here. So you have to be forced to.
Oh, I see.
To get. So all they have is that one piece of rope to guide them through this.
Wait,
hole.
so you put just one rope to those two loops?
Yep.
And then you string it out where?
So you can put two kids on here at a time, or one. But you see the two.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So you run your rope through. And so you got one kid can start this way and one kid can start this way. And now you have just the rope and you're holding it as you're going through the wires. And then they'll obviously connect and they're gonna have to go around each other somehow. But you leave only enough rope that they have to lean forward some to get out of their comfort. You can't give them enough rope that they just stand up perfectly straight and can tighten. So
okay.
The trick is to kind of leave the rope a little shorter than what it should be.
And so they're walking on this?
Yeah, they're walking on this.
They're cable walking?
Cable walking. Man, that's tight now. You really turn those tight. It used to be a lot more wobblier.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
The kids always get upset when I do the wild woozy because I get the furthest, but it's not, and I tell them the trick and I show them how to do it, but yet inevitably they don't listen. They want to do it their way for a minute, and then they finally figure out she's right. If I keep my hands up high, I can make it. But yeah.
Yeah, no way.
It's a trick, but
How did you get to climb big, tall things like that and put up cable and?
It's just kind of a job that came along at the right time, you know. I don't really have a whole lot of climbing background, so I'm gonna make a whole bunch of racket here.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is that crimping the cable together?
Yeah. Certainly is.
So good to